I would want to spend the next couple of minutes talking about branch banking career, as to what is this career all about and what is in it for you. So when you join a branch banking career in the first 2 years of your working, you will have various work to do in the bank branches. It will involve some operational, some customer service, and some sales kind of work. And then you graduate into what we call as personal banker kind of profile in 2 to 4 years time. From there, you move on to a relationship manager, which is handling high net worth individuals of the bank. This kind of role actually gives very high sales incentives, and the salaries are also significantly higher. But more importantly, in about 5, 6 years time, 7 years time, you should be aspiring to become a branch manager. This is a very important position in the banking hierarchy. A branch manager is the head of the branch, and anybody who gets into a branch banking career now at an entry level, your goal should be that I should become a branch manager in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years time, maybe even earlier in some cases. So that is the kind of aspiration that you should have, and that is possible for everybody who joins through us into any entry level job in a banking career. Whether it is an operational sales service or any operational job that you get into, any entry level job that you get in a bank today at about 30,000 salary, 5, 6 years down the line, we want to see you as branch manager, and it is very eminently possible for most of us. So we have also showcased the kind of salaries that you can expect to get at various levels. Like when you are a relationship manager kind of profile, your salaries, monthly salaries are in the range of 30,000 to 80,000 per month. You also get huge sales incentives over and above that. Right. So the what you will notice here is, although you will start at a salary which is somewhere in the range of 20,000, although 20,000 is not exact, it's just that somewhere close to that amount is what different banks will give you. Once you start at that level, although that by itself may not be a great salary, but you will realize that once you spend some 1 or 2 or 3 years in the bank, then your salary start looking much more, much better and much bigger and much more comfortable for you to build your career after that. So since I mentioned that in the first 2 years, you'll be handling some kind of an entry level job. What are these entry level jobs? Because that's the kind of job that you will get into right now. As a fresher or as somebody not from the industry, you will get into a entry level job. So entry level jobs maybe, so suppose you visit a bank branch, you will see those tellers and cashiers sitting behind the cash counter. That is one kind of entry level job that you have. In that job, you will handle a lot of operational work because customers will come for transactions. You have to service them, and you also carry some sales target. Then you will see customer service officers. These are people whom you will see in the branch lobby. They are sitting outside the cash counter, and they interact with customers who have requirements outside the cash counter. So they provide them service, and they also do sales there. As in terms of sales, the customer service officers will carry higher sales target than what tellers will carry. Proportionately, they carry a lower operational workload. So tellers carry more operational workload, customer service officers carries less operational work, and therefore proportionately they will carry higher sales. People in sales, in the last that I mentioned, the sales could be new acquisition target where you are required to go out and acquire fresh customers, or you could also be handling relationship customers, which are existing customers of the bank, and you build on those relationships and get more business from those customers. Even in the sales role, you will have some kind of operational work, some kind of lot of customer service related work, right? So in all three roles that I mentioned, you will have elements of operations, elements of service, and elements of sales. The proportion may be different. And what is even more important for you to note is that when you get into any post today, if you get hired as a teller or as a cashier, shortly you will have to move into customer service roles and sales roles also. Vice versa, if you enter as a sales kind of profile, you may shortly be transferred, after some time be moved into a teller kind of role also. Essentially, it is important that you need to know all aspects of banking before you can aspire to become a branch manager. Like we mentioned a little while back, that in about 5, 6 years time, you should be aspiring to become a branch manager. You can never become a branch manager unless you're comfortable with all aspects of banking, which is why it is important that you will have to learn all different job roles. And once you get posted in a bank, it is the bank has the liberty to move you into different roles as it deems fit, and you will be expected to perform in all those roles, whether it is the role of an operations person and as a teller, or the customer service person, or as a salesperson. All three roles are something which are useful for you and which are important for you to learn and do well in.